Hi, I'm Chip Rowan with the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and you are watching In the Know. For this episode, we are here again in Scottdale at the Geyer Performing Arts Center, and joining me is Barb Rolla. Hello, Barb.
Hi, Chip.
Good to be back here with you again.
Thank you. Good to have you here.
Yeah, and congratulations. Barb has just been named the Managing Director for the Geyer Performing Arts Center, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and you have a show coming up, too, that you're actually directing.
Yes, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Dear Evan Hansen is going to be May 14th through the 17th. Shows are Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7:30, Sunday at 2:30. It is a show about social media, about mental health, how social media can affect mental health, how mental health is plays such a big impact on everyone. And so it really focuses on the good and the bad, and how we deal with it. Talks a lot about a lot of very deep topics, suicide, drug use. So it's a pretty intense show.
Yeah, and I have seen the show and really enjoyed it. And it is kind of deep, but it also has some humor in it too. So it's not all serious and all dark.
No, not at all. There are some pretty hilarious parts. The show really takes you on an emotional roller coaster because you go from crying one moment to hysterically laughing the next.
Yeah. When I went to see it, I actually know some friends who are teachers, and they said, sorry to say, this is kind of what life is like for some students, and so it's not like it's made up.
No, definitely not. And the nice thing is, we have several high school students in the show, and so they can truly relate to what is going on. And looking back at my high school experience, I can relate to some of it, and some not, because social media plays such a huge impact in kids' roles and their lives today. Yeah. So yeah.
And you didn't have that.
No, I did not.
I didn't either.
No.
We were still using typewriters.
Yeah, we had beepers.
So how do folks get tickets? If you want to come see the show, how do they get tickets?
They can go to GeyerPac.com, GeyerPac.com. They can go to the Geyer Performing Arts Facebook page or our Instagram page as well.
So it's a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. And then, is that right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
okay.
Sunday afternoon.
Okay, so 3 evening performances and one matinee.
Correct.
Yeah, and from what I hear, the theater's been doing really well with crowds and for the past shows that they've had.
It has, yeah. I mean, they get some really nice audiences for musicals, and considering this is one of the first Dear Evan Hansens being performed in the region, I'm expecting a very nice crowd because the rights were just released.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it on the list because it originally wasn't on the list.
Correct.
And then when it was, I was like, wow, because it just seems like not too long ago I actually saw this in Pittsburgh.
Yes,
and it
correct.
wasn't on Broadway. It actually, as a movie, it was pretty recent too. With Ben Platt was the big star.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about the cast here. What's the size of the cast for this show?
It's a smaller cast, although not as small as the script calls for. It normally only has just the leads, but we decided to add a few ensemble members, very select. So we have a cast of about 19.
Okay, great. And the age of the cast?
From about 17 to, I'd say, mid-30s.
Okay. Well, let's meet a few of those cast members.
Perfect.
We're going to meet a few of the cast members here, and joining me are 3 of the male leads, and we're just going to start having them introduce themselves, talk about the part they play, and how old they are. So go ahead and start down there.
My name is Rylan Jeffries. I'm 17, and I play the role of Connor Murphy in this production of Dear Evan Hansen.
Great.
Hi, my name is Graham Shirk. I'm playing the role of Evan Hansen in our production of Dear Evan Hansen.
Hi, my name is Braden Poole. I'm 18 years old, and I'm playing Jared Kleiman in Dear Evan Hansen.
What schools do you go to, guys? What's your high school?
We both go to Uniontown Area High School.
Okay, how about you?
I go to Greensburg-Salem High School.
Okay. Have you performed in shows here before at the Geyer?
We have not.
Okay, this is the first time. So how did you find out about this production?
Well, for me, it was a little bit unique, but I was working, just as I do at Cold Stone in Greensburg, and Barb came in, and she was directing Dear Evan Hansen, and she asked me about the show. Next thing you know, I'm here.
So you were drafted, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And you worked with Barb on a show before, I think.
Yeah, Barb and I had worked on Godspell at WPA, Westmoreland Performing Arts in Greensburg, about a year ago.
Okay.
And I had worked with Lena, who's our choreographer, a bunch of times, and it all just kind of worked out.
Yeah. How about you guys? How did you find out about
So we found out from our drama director
Okay.
over at Uniontown Area High School. We had both done shows at the State Theater in the past, and he asked us if we had ever thought of doing a show at the Geyer, and really had we
One thing led to another.
Yeah,
and
one thing led to
he told us
another.
we were
We-
doing Dear Evan Hansen, said we should give it a shot, so we both came out and gave it our best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is great because it's you're actually in the age range for what this show is
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Because Ben Platt got a little bit of flack because he was a little older than what he should have been, especially by the time they got to the movie. But that won't happen for you guys, so you'll be safe with that.
No, yeah.
Talk about some challenges with your role. What do you think would be a challenge for you with something you're working to perfect?
I think just for Evan Hansen, he does not get a break. Like, he is on stage at all times, and it's definitely a challenge
Yeah.
to not as much memorize lines and like remember blocking, but mainly just the endurance you have to and the stamina you need.
Yeah.
But the challenge is probably what my favorite part of the role is. It's completely out of my comfort zone, and I love that.
Yeah, that's good. How about a favorite part? What's for one of your roles? What do you think is your favorite part of that?
Definitely singing Sincerely Me. That's going to
Yeah,
be a lot of fun.
it's a good
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Is that the funny number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a few years since I saw it. Well, I know one of the numbers is really funny. So,
Yeah.
Well, Barb and I talked. It's really a kind of a deep story, and
It is.
It's real life, is what it is. But
Yeah.
but there's some humor mixed up in that too.
I'd say a challenge for my character definitely involves being next to all these deep topics and then just randomly dropping a funny line and kind of living in that awkwardness a little bit.
And is that you in real life?
A little bit, yeah. I'd say so.
And Barb apparently knew that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when she was looking for that. So let's talk about why people should come to see this show.
I think it's really important to address the topics that this show addresses. For theater, it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes because the shows can be glorified. But I feel for this show, it's very minimalistic. It's very realistic to real life. There are some very sensitive topics that sometimes are ignored, and they're glorified in a sense that are kind of put by the wayside. And I think that it's important to address humanity and the horrible things that might happen in life, but that we're still able to come together and realize that we're not alone in this. That's one of the numbers is just community, and I think that it's really important to get that out there and just realize that even throughout all struggles that you really aren't alone in this, and that it just brings this big factor of community together.
Yeah, I would agree from what I've seen in the show. How about you?
I remember during callbacks, Barb, our director, said something that really stuck with me. I remembered it. She said, if we could save one life by people seeing this show, then we have done our job.
Yeah.
It obviously deals with themes of suicide, and again, like he said, it's ignored in society.
And there's some bullying in there with that.
Yeah,
too.
exactly, yes.
And we don't do a good job as a country dealing with mental health for some reason, and we kind of make it taboo, and this helps address that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this show will wake a lot of people up, and they will definitely leave feeling something. The emotions they'll feel throughout this show will be all over the place, but I know the feeling that everybody will have will be unique and special, and I think that's very important.
Yeah. Well, guys, I wish you well. I'll say break a leg, not maybe an arm, right? in this case, right? Yeah. But wish you well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It was great to meet a couple of the cast members. These guys seem like they're going to do a great job.
They're fantastic, and I love that they are actual high school students because it brings a reality to the show.
Yeah. How about auditions? How did you audition for the show?
Auditions were held in beginning of March, I believe, We had a very nice crowd. I think it was about 60 people came out to auditions of all age ranges.
Wow.
We called back about half of them and then only cast about 19. But in the callbacks, I did something very different that I've never done before. We talked a lot about mental health and about different situations that we've all kind of been through, because I wanted to make sure that every person in the cast was in a place where they would be able to handle the topics that we were talking about.
Yeah, and those topics, as we mentioned earlier, can be kind of heavy.
Absolutely.
And if someone's going through that, it could even be difficult to kind of.
It could, or if they've gone through it in the past, you know, so we just wanted to make sure that everyone was in the right headspace.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. We see some of the sets behind us. You're getting
Yes.
started here.
Yes.
Talk about the sets. You're doing some unique things with this show.
We are. So normally the show does not have much of a set at all. It is all projections, and which we are going to do. But I like to still do that old school set. I wanted our crew to be able to create and design what was in their head as well. So as you can see behind us, you know, we have a lot of the text messages, and there are going to be things written throughout them. And then on top of that, we will have the screen come down, so you are going to see the normal projections that you see throughout Dear Evan Hansen.
And if I recall, just kind of some things popping up on there just to kind of show that flow of information.
It does. So you'll see the text messages, you'll see the apple orchard, so all kinds of different things specifically to the
I
show.
forgot about the apple orchard. That
Yes.
plays a big part.
Yes, it does.
You
Yeah.
have to come see what part it plays.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So let's talk about the dates and times and how folks can get tickets again.
So the show is May 14th through the 17th, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7:30, Sunday at 2:30. They can get the tickets at GeyerPack.com, on the Geyer Performing Arts Facebook page, or our Instagram.
Well, Barbara, wish you well with the show. Break a leg.
Thank you so much.
And now, you're in the know.